workplace. So it's a very good morning to Dr. Janet Viljoen, and thank you so much for your time, Janet.
Thank you for having me. It's a great pleasure.
So transitioning from the structured academic environment of a tertiary institution to the workplace can be challenging at times for anybody, and they have to navigate a new landscape beyond their comfort zone, dealing with possible rejection of job applications along the way, of course. And that's why we're chatting to Dr. Janet Viljoen, Academic Planning and Development Practitioner at Boston City Campus. Thank you so much for your time. And there is a big change from the tertiary environment to the workplace, even from high school to the workplace. How can students prepare themselves mentally and with the necessary skills?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the most important thing to do at this stage in your career really is to do the requisite research. I think preparing yourself in terms of understanding the industry you're applying for, as well as the specific company that you might want to apply for, expands your understanding of the industry and prepares you well for that new environment that you will enter, and also, in fact, helps you in terms of if you actually going in for interviews and applying for jobs at this point, gives you something of a foundation to work off in your interview.
Makes a lot of
other
sense.
other things to do to prepare for the workplace include sort of accepting that everything is going to change, accepting that it is going to be different and it is going to be, somewhat intimidating, and to keep an open mind to the new experiences. But having said that, you've got your qualification behind you, and so you have a solid theoretical and practical foundation of which to work, and so have the confidence to ask the questions and share your ideas in the workplace. It's a time of learning, so treat each day as a learning experience, and just accept that it's going to be new, and we're going to learn new things every single day. Yeah.
Brilliant. Dr. Janet Viljoen and the neighborhood Hardy-Da on the line.
Sorry about that.
No,
I didn't know that you kept Hardy-Das as pets, Dr. Janet.
You have no idea what we do in Johannesburg. It's crazy.
Anything just to stay sane between Hardy-Das, tigers, and all that stuff. No, well, in any case, the new environment of the workplace may feel a little overwhelming, and a graduate may feel intimidated. What is the best mindset to adopt in that situation?
I think I would say what I said just now, and that is to adopt an attitude of learning. Every day is a new experience, and you will come across problems, complex issues that you have to deal with. You will come across environments, perhaps even people who are intimidating. And just to step back and approach it as a new experience, and to again just remember that you bring something important to the table, you bring value to the table, and so take your time to discover what that value is that you can offer to the team that you find yourself in, and how you can work best together with those colleagues who in themselves might be more senior to you and might be intimidating. So how do you actually slot yourself into that team and become a part of the daily functioning of it?
Absolutely on point. Thank you so much for that, Dr. Janet. But when it comes to graduates that are applying for jobs, what is the best way to deal with rejection until they finally find a job?
Good question, because I think we need to accept that in our current economic climate, you're going to get a number of no's probably before you get the yeses. But interesting thought here, if you're not getting the no's, you won't be getting the yeses. So you've got to put yourself out there, because as soon as you put yourself out there, you give yourself the chance to get the yeses. So I think understanding from the outset that you're going to be applying for a number of jobs, or you're probably going to be applying for a number of jobs, is a good place to start. When those no's come, and I'm saying when because it's part of the experience. I think don't take it personally. It's not a personal reflection on your ability to do the job. It's simply a reflection on the tightness of the economy and the opportunities out there. Perhaps reframe the situation. Empower yourself by asking, again, what can I learn from the feedback? Because the feedback that comes from every no is something that you can then deploy and like develop from the next time that you apply for a job or go for an interview. I think the one thing that's very important, and I hope that most graduates have had the experience, is to have gone through a graduate support program of during your studies, which assists with things like how to create your CV, how to undertake an interview and the right sort of approach to take. Everything from how do you write that email that accompanies your CV. So Boston has quite an advanced graduate support program which does this for our graduates, and I think it really helps in terms of laying those foundations. But when you are out there in the interview and the job process and it's all happening, focus on the process, focus on the next step that you need to take. If a no comes, focus on, okay, right, let me go to the next one. Let me see what I can learn from this, and let me move forward. And don't beat yourself up about it. Have a little self-compassion. Acknowledge that you're doing the best that you can, and don't be too critical of yourself while learning.
That is so good. Dr. Janet Viljoen, that's where we're going to have to leave it for now. It's been really informative, but it is so important for people to get help. And you touched on it, that Boston City campus has got some amazing programs and things in place. So please, ladies and gentlemen, get in contact with them. And of course, Dr. Janet Viljoen, Academic Planning and Development Practitioner at Boston City campus. It's such an honor and a privilege to have chatted to you this morning. We wish you and everybody that's looking for jobs also all the best for this brand new year.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Have a good day.